What follows is a brief construction montage.
Next week, I'll have 2 uploads for you guys, one being the overdue Empty Child Dr. Dancer review, and the other being my review of Once Upon a Time.
16 paranoia-filled days later.
So that was a fucking lie.
Hello guys, and welcome back to the hit or miss Doctor Who YouTube channel. Today I review Once Upon a Time. Enjoy.
What's the
The Daleks. Let me start that again. First of all, the Daleks look absolutely awful. Something doesn't feel right. They don't blend with the weather at all. It gives me an After Earth vibe, an underrated film by the way, that everything around you wants to kill you. The whole story set was intriguing. Who was she on about? It came out of the blue going into this episode, and yeah, I quite liked it. Considering in the previous episode we saw the Doctor standing next to Swarm when he clicked his fingers, but at the start of this one, the episode tries to push the narrative that the Doctor had jumped, pulled down, climbed onto a podium and sonicked something before Swarms clicked his fingers. Is so stupid continuity wise, especially when you show said clip in the previously trailer. And while we're on the negatives, the CGI of the heart of the time stream is awful. Like, what is this? The Temporal Haze storyline was a good inclusion to the many plot lines because it truly explored the alternate wibbly wobbly timeline.
What are you doing here?
What's the point of being alive?
Now I'm gonna walk right out of here.
What's wrong with you? Why aren't you married with triplets?
Foreshadowing. I don't mind these two, but my word, am I more invested in Vinder and Belle. And of course, later it is established that Belle is pregnant with Tectayun. Okay, I'm in the idea. It's not bloody Tectayun. I meant the Timeless Child. Well, let's put their two faces together and see what their daughter would look like. Yeah, it's no Mona Lisa. Jodie in the police costume was hilarious. I was screaming with laughter. The Doctor was speaking really fast was meant to like disorientate us, meant to be like, oh, this is a quippy little scene, and I love that. It was a great scene.
You were the only one to fly into the blaze. Your training craft received fatal damage. You were lucky to escape with your life.
Heh, stay subtle, Chibnall. I do think this was a well written scene on the whole, however. Having Vinder see the Doctor through holograms whilst trying to maintain he has no PTSD was awkward, but fun. What is this?
Oh wow! Supersize Maury. Hey, that was help.
Jo Martin, yay! I wonder if she gets anything to do in this episode, unlike the others where she's just there to explain stuff or there to add mystery.
And that storm's thrown you in here. You might never get back. Then you've got a lot to figure out.
Oh, just kill me. Let's count all the seconds of screen time she gets then.
Who the hell are you? What are you doing in my reflection? Is this the Atropos defense systems? What do you mean you're me? Nah, I don't think so.
So, boss?
If you've thrown yourself into a time storm, and that storm's thrown you in here, you might never get back. Erasure of identity. Barred from this dimension for good reason. Kept a list, have ya? Kept the numbers. It must. Out you come, Maury!
What a waste. First of all, listen back to that dialogue. It's awful. Second of all, I've watched up to episode 5 and she hasn't come back. Like, what the hell is the plan with her? She deserves to be the 14th Doctor.
Push it through. Wait! I'm hiding you here in your own time stream while I try and get the Maury into place.
How is the Doctor even doing this? Is she back in the TARDIS? She's placing her companions in anomaly time streams, but then also trying to break through for whatever reason to get them out. But then she just put them there to keep them safe. But didn't the heart of the time stream misplace the companions in the first place, not the Doctor? It comicalizes the Flux massively. It has no impact. The Flux can change however the plot suits.
To save you and that lad on Atropos, who I've not even met yet, from being overwhelmed by time, I took it upon myself to jump into one of the burned out Maury's places.
Bullshit.
What?
Yeah, I can understand why I and many others were confused when this first aired. It's all over the place, it makes no sense, and
it could have been slightly better written.
Protect Jazz and that lad. Ah, I'm being pulled away again. Dragged back to Atropos in the past.
How would she know this? Some great dialogue, that.
Of course you've made yourselves thrones. be merciful? Banishment? Or execution?
Did she just threaten to kill them?
You understand what passenger is?
A 50 quid mask on eBay. I feel obliged to think this every time it comes on. The Cyberman theme is dreadful.
Submit it. I was immediately reposted. I'm permitted one message. I hope it gets to you.
Good message to the kids that doing the right thing gets you stranded in space, jobless and alone. Yes, the whole scene was meant to build you up to like a righteous theme, but then there's the subsequence of that makes sense, but it's just a bad message.
Who are you?
This doctor is the woman there to explain everything to you in master fashion for the next 2 episodes.
Why would it have anything to do with you?
Does everything have to be a discussion? Go on.
Is this all Jim can offer to the play when it comes to the Angry Doctor storyline? Stop asking questions, because I love writing questions in my scripts. And Snappy Doctor, because of her history. Great. Take me back to the days where the Doctor was angry as a result of the actions in the episodes, and actual events that happened. It takes away from the feeling of each episode in this era, I think. There's just no consequence of the events that happen. There's just references to a past event where Chibnall realises he's written too many questions in one scene. I'm really invested in the Vinder Bell plot, even after watching everything up to and including episode 5. Unlike a lot of people nowadays, I love this cliffhanger, its music and the split screen merged edit. Wow, I'm a fan of that cliffhanger. The angel one, sure. I just wish she said the angel has the phone box.
The angels have the phone box. That's my favourite. I've got that on a t-shirt.
So, is it a hit or a miss? Once Upon a Time optimizes everything bad about this era, and it's not a surprise when this is being written by a guy who wrote the character crammed dinosaurs on a spaceship before he got the show running gig. Too many things going on, some threads truly underbaked, which would be fine if they were truly developed in future episodes. Spoiler alert, they aren't. Jodie isn't great, the story is borderline terrible, and it all falls flat on his face with some ropey CGI and tacked on Angry Doctor. There's a handful of redeeming scenes and moments, but that's about it. This is an almighty flop, and I agree with the consensus that this is the weakest of the series. Up to this point at least. I'll give Once Upon a Time a miss and a 2 out of 10. And that wraps up my thoughts on Once Upon a Time. What did you think of my review? Do you think my score of a 2 out of 10 is too lenient or too harsh on Once Upon a Time? Let me know in the comments below. As ever, thank you guys for watching. Catch my next review in the next couple of days, hopefully, which will be The Empty Child the Doctor Dances. For now, I'll see you guys in a bit. Peace out.